Hello. It's music time. It's music day today. Whatever day it is you're watching, help me sing in this song, okay? I'll say Tuesday because that's what today is, and then I'll leave one blank. You fit in the day that it is and join with me. Today's music, we're going to do some rainy day kind of songs and rainbow songs. We're going to look at the xylophone, and then at the end we're going to look at our piano skills, and we're going to practice a game to find the letter. So watch all the way through so you get all the good information, okay? All right, well, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Here we go. Let's say, hey, hey. Hey, hey, it's Tuesday. Hey, hey, it's music day. Hey, hey, it's Tuesday. Come on over, let's sing and play. Warm up your voice with me, do your humming sound, and you make some noise, okay? Good job. All right, let's start with a fun little rainstorm activity, okay? We've had a lot of rain, and I think we're just gonna get more in this springtime. So let's have some fun with the rain today. I'm gonna give you 4 things to do, okay? 4 things to do. Now pretend we're all together in our big group in the band hall, and we're gonna make a rainstorm, okay? So first thing, number 1, we're gonna rub. So rub your hands like this together. Number 1, rub. Okay, and then it starts to sound like a little bit of rain. Number 2, we're gonna snap. To snap, you take your middle finger and you push it against your thumb and you send them apart. So just try your best, see if you can snap, okay? That's number 2, to snap, 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 snap. Good. Number 3, we're gonna pat. Good, and number 4, we're gonna clap and make it like loud rain. Here we go, number 4. Okay, so let's do them all again. Ready, number 1, what are we gonna do? Three. Good. So now the storm, if we were all together, it'd be loud, lots of clapping, lots of loud rain. Yeah, there you go. And then go back to number 3. Now think about it, what was number 3? Okay, now it gets a little softer. Good, number 2. A little softer. And then number 1. Okay. And then ready and stop. And then the sun comes out, and maybe a rainbow comes out at the end. Can you show them the rainbow? At the end, the other night, the other evening, we saw a big rainbow outside. We lost our pieces there. We might, at the end of the rainstorm, if the sun's still out, you might be able to see a pretty rainbow outside. Whoops, our visuals coming in. Just hold it up for them, just stack it up. Okay, so good. So you can play that. There you go. There's our rainbow. Okay, make a rainstorm. I also, with that game, I practice just watching. They just have to watch me, and I won't say anything. I'll just change my number. And they have to be watching and using their good music eyes to be paying attention. All right, good. Let me show you a couple of rain instruments. I call them rain instruments because that's when I usually bring them out. We've got the rain stick, okay? Now all these instruments you can buy if you want to. There's also a fun way to make your own rain stick. You take an empty paper towel tube, okay, and you poke some toothpicks or some nails if you've got them, if you're real careful, into the side of that tube, and then you tape it up really well on the outside so that you can't feel or touch those pokey things anymore. And then you fill the inside with rice and beans. And then as you turn it, the beans go down, the little toothpicks or nails you put into that tube. Trick is you want to tape it up really well so you don't have rice and beans falling everywhere, okay? But here's some rain sticks. They come in great big long ones too, and I like to pass those around and let everybody make make the rain with us. We also, everybody loves to do the thunder tube. This is a thunder tube. Okay, it's like another kind of like another empty paper towel roll, and then on the bottom it's got a little drum head right here, and then this attached to it is a spring. Now you don't want to pull on the spring because if it comes out, it never makes the same sound again. But okay, and if you shake it, then the spring, let him listen to it. The spring vibrates and makes a thunder sound. Okay, so don't pull. Hold it right there and shake it for him. Okay, shake it real good. Good. You can also change it by putting your hand here on the top a little bit. There you go. Good. So we played that one, make some thunder, practice listening for our cue. When do we need to play our part, or when do we need to stop with our big group? That's one thing we do. So there we go. So you can find those online if you want to grab one. But if not, just pretend you're with me in the band hall and we're making all our rainy day music in there. All right, one more I want to show you. We're going to use today is the rainbow. I call it the rainbow xylophone. You'll see why, okay? Because here it is. Looks like a rainbow. Has all the colors on there. Give us a play, Avery. Good, nice. All right, so with the xylophone, remember last week we practiced using our voice to sing low and to sing high. So I like to use my xylophone as another visual. Give a good example that the low notes are our bigger notes, our bigger instruments, or our low sounds on the piano. Okay, and then as we go up the xylophone, okay, as the notes, the keys get smaller, and inside of a piano the strings get smaller, then the note goes higher. There you go, way up high, okay? Good. So we can practice singing down low, there you go, or high, up high. That's the red note right here, the high C. Low and high, okay? So we're gonna sing today with your voice. I want you to sing with me. We're gonna start, come here, play from the red to the red and then back down, okay? This is the C scale, okay? What it is it's every white key, every note from C up to C. Now remember our music alphabet goes from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it repeats. So you'll notice we're gonna start at C, but when we get to the A, or when we get to the G, excuse me, then it starts back over with A, and then we'll go up to the C, okay? So that's what we're gonna play for you, but I want you to sing with me, okay? I want you to use your humming sound, and we're gonna start with this C right here. Ready, Aves? Play me the red one. Humming is a good way to practice just making the singing sound without having to worry about what sound your mouth is making, okay? So it's just a good warm-up, a good way to practice making a singing sound, which is important. Making singing sounds is important for good voice and speech development, and just hearing those sounds. It's working what you're hearing, what your brain's hearing, and what you're putting back out, okay? So practice it with me if you will. Let's do one more time. Hum from your C, your low C, up to the high C, and then hum back down. Okay, ready, Avery? Here we go. Instruments ready. Very good. Then you can practice singing it with a different sound. You could do the la, 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 la. Okay, so that's the C scale. You can also play that on the piano. So let's look for it over here real fast. Okay, I'm gonna slide my camera just a little bit. All right, so here I am at the piano, and let's take a look at our piano C scale. Okay, how are we gonna do that? It's actually really easy. So follow with me. First thing we gotta do is find our C. So find your starting C. Remember we were finding a group of 2 black notes. We're gonna take a left, and that makes a C every time. Okay, now to do what we played on the xylophone, we're playing from one C up to another C. Okay, and all the white keys in between. Okay, so it sounds like this. And then we go back down. All right, so if you have a keyboard or a piano, pull it out, take a look at it. If you don't, that's okay. Think back to when we were in class in the band hall, and I put all the keyboard instruments around the room, and we all walked around to find those notes on the instrument. So think about that, and you can just watch me. Let's do it one more time. So it starts with our C, and we go up, going higher up the keyboard. Okay, good. So now let's look closely at those letter names, okay? We talked about the music alphabet goes from A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then it repeats, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay? So if we know where a C is, we can find all of the other notes. So let's try a little game, okay? So if I say play a C, I want you to see if you can find one. Ready? So play a C. Okay? Good. Now, think about your music clues here. What do we know? Now, find me an A. An A. So think about your alphabet. There's an A right here. Okay? So I went from C. I thought in my mind I went backwards. B and then A. Okay, there's an A. All right, let's find a D. Find a D. So think about your C. Here's my C. D is one up. D, right there. Okay, let's do one more. Ready? Find an F. An F, the note F. Okay, so think about, you know where your C is. C, D, E, F. Okay, F is just to the left of the 3 black ones, the group of 3. To the left is F, right there. Okay, good. So you can play that game, figure out all the different letters that you can on the keyboard. If you've got one there, so A through G, and then it repeats. Okay, all right, very good. Let me show you one more thing with my flashcards today. One more thing. So if we know where the notes are on the keyboards, okay, the next thing we're going to learn is what they look like on the music. So we can read a piece of music and play along. Here's 2 symbols you should know and remember from our class time. The one that's swirly like this is a treble clef. Treble clef. Treble's on the top. Okay, that's our higher notes. On the piano, you're mostly going to play that with your right hand. Okay, high notes up high. Your smaller instruments, your instruments that play the high notes are going to play treble clef. Then we've got the bass clef. Bass clef, bass on the bottom. Bass on the bottom, those are your low notes. Okay, your bigger instruments are going to play those, and on piano, your left hand is going to play. Okay, your low notes, down low. Okay, that's your bass clef. So we've got treble and bass. Treble and bass. Okay, now, I want to show you a piece of music here, just for an example. Out of one of my piano books I use. Okay, here's on the top here, you'll see the notes, the letters of the music alphabet. Here's our middle C, and here's our A, so you can see the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it would repeat. Now here's an example of what the music staff looks like. We've got the treble on the top and the bass on the bottom, okay? Each one has a group of 5 lines, which gives us 4 spaces, okay? Each one has a little set here, and it's like a ladder, like we were talking about with that xylophone. If the note comes up, up, up the ladder, it's going up higher. If the note goes down, down, down the ladder, it's going lower, okay? So this example starts with the lower F on the bass clef, and the little note climbs up. See it going up? So F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay? So you can see here, why are there 2 C's? I know somebody would be asking me that. Why is it on there twice? Because both hands tend to share that middle C. Okay, especially when we first start out. So both thumbs play middle C. If it's here on the bottom, it wants you to play it with your left hand thumb. If it's here on the top set, it wants you to play it with your right hand thumb. Okay, so if it's on the treble on the top, on piano, we're going to use our right hand mostly. And on the bass on the bottom, we're going to use our left hand mostly. Okay, so the lower it goes on the ladder, on the staff, the lower the note is. The higher it goes on the music staff, the higher the note is. Okay, so this little picture shows you each one where it sits on the lines or on the spaces. Okay, these 2, E and G, we say are line notes because the line looks like it's going right through it. Okay, and then the F we call a space note because it sits between the 2 lines. I say it's like a hamburger patty and the lines are the buns, okay? So the hamburger patty's in the middle of the line, of the 2 lines. That gives us a space note, okay? So there's just a little example of what those notes look like on the page. And we see on the music, okay, we look and see which note it's telling us, and that's the one we push down. So this one tells us to play middle C, so we push it down. Then it says to play the D, so we push that one down. Okay? So this little song, the first part goes like this. Okay, that was with my right hand, the treble hand played the top line. Now look here, now it goes to bass on the bottom. Okay, so I'll play that part for you right there. Sounds like this. Okay, so just an example for you on a piano, what we can do and what that music is telling us. I say music is a little code, okay? You gotta know all the clues, and then you can read the code and figure out what it wants you to play, okay? All right, well, let's finish up for the day. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something new about the piano and about the notes on the staff. That's what we call that, the symbol, the 5 lines, the 4 staff. That's our music staff, okay? All right, well, help me sing our goodbyes for the day, and I'll see you back next week with some more.